Modern Community? It's me, Jeff, and I'm going to show a couple recent albums that I purchased off of Discogs at unbelievable prices, considering all of these albums were new. Now, we do a lot of online shopping, and Discogs is one of those places where you can dig to find albums. That and eBay, albums that are harder to find. About, 2 weeks ago, I mentioned this band that I saw one of their 80s albums at a local store. Maybe that got me looking into their material. I don't know. It might have popped up, though. But No Other Gods Before Me by Agent Steel. I mentioned finding that other Agent Steel, but it was a little pricey. $40 for an 80s album in good condition probably is not horrible. Most people would jump on that, but I had bought so many other things. This is their 2021 album. So they put some albums out in the 80s, and then, years later, bands pop back up and they do this. This is a double record set, 2021. I've had this on my wish list on Amazon and other places for umpteen months, probably a couple years. Seller on Discogs had this for sale for $6.14. Now, my initial thought, and I was like, I'm going to order it, but I'm leery. I bet you I'm going to end up getting a CD. I bet you he listed it wrong. Because I've had that happen before. I have bought what was labeled as a vinyl record and have received a CD. So I really thought that somebody wasn't paying attention and they listed it wrong and they're selling the CD. Still sealed, brand new, still sealed album. So I was surprised when this package came, and all the albums that were in there I thought could be the same thing, but when this package came, it was the vinyl. It was brand new. It was still sealed. I'm like, I don't know. I should go back and see if he has any more for sale, but yeah. Double record set, $6.14. I had to jump on that. And so yeah, I am still looking for their 80s material. I don't have anything else by them, but this is, a good place to start, I guess, at that price for sure. Another one, well, let's go backwards. 2014, which, that's 11 years ago. But Missing Persons with Dale Bozio, again, it's been on my wish list for umpteen years. I don't know. I love the early Missing Person stuff, and so I hadn't really done a whole lot to check out the latter stuff. $10. Brand new, still sealed. 500 copies limited release back on Cleopatra. They've been doing a lot of Missing Person stuff. It's on Pink. Now, once I dug back in, because the Hollywood Lie album that she did under Missing Persons in 2023, I listened to that online, and it really was like, didn't do much for me. I'm going to give it some more listens, but I was like, kind of thought that was a comeback album, but then because I thought they'd been kind of quiet and everything that had I thought all these albums that Cleopatra had been releasing over the years have just been, there are a lot of live concerts they've done. I thought it was just material from the past, but no, sure enough, it's labeled first album in 25 years. So this was the comeback in 2014. I listened to some tracks online before I bought it, and I thought, okay, there you go, that's upbeat, quirky Missing Persons that I like. So I did jump on this. Got an interesting picture of her there, but anyway, so this was, I guess, from what I can tell, where it all started, the comeback album. I mean, she has done one or two more, maybe three more since then. So they are on my wish list. But I went ahead and grabbed this. Like I said, brand new, still sealed. $10 from 11 years ago. I mean, it is what it is. This one was, I think the second thing that really caught my attention. Banshee, Cry in the Night. This is the EP from 1988. Never been reissued yet on vinyl. I've gotten into their material that has come out in the past 10 years. Scott Waters has done some stuff with that. Great stuff. They still sound great from what they're doing. This is the classic. I bought the CD of this, like on Dive Bomb or something, where they put out the EP and the first album on a double CD. Great stuff. But still sealed. A couple minor dings from the 80s that he had it listed as very good cover. Anyway, still sealed. $10. $10 and change. Under 11, I believe. Yeah, I'm like, seriously? I mean, it is an EP, but still. To find a steel sealed copy of a classic like this, I don't know. I was surprised. 3 great albums, though. That's it. Just 3 great albums. 2 80s related metal bands. One from the 80s that's still going, still doing stuff in the past few years. And then one from the 80s who just put out a new album a couple years ago. Great stuff, great prices. I need to go back and see what else this guy's selling. Maybe he had some other things that maybe I didn't look into. But anyway, great stuff. You can find bargains occasionally. Some people maybe just want to clear stock. Maybe they just want to get rid of stuff. I don't know. But the price can be right if you wait sometimes. Anyway, that's it for this one. I will talk to you later. Thanks. Rock on and rock hard.